Yes, people. Welcome to Never a Foul. If you ain't been there before, make sure you like the video just because you're a nice person. And also subscribe as well. If you don't like the content there, you can always just unsubscribe, I'll be honest. But give it a chance and you actually might be impressed. Or you might not be. Anyways, what you lot saying, man? Friday, decent day, you know, the weather's actually all right for once in the week. As well, if you're from London, that is. I think we're all from London here, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Other than Monts when he comes in, he's too busy in another city catching up, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, but yeah, we got some transfer news. We got Arsenal preparing a Merino bid. So that's kind of confirmed for the next few days. Spurs in contact with Chiesa, bro. Interesting. Chiesa and Tony. Mad. And then Man United's closing in on Agate since they're about to sign João Neves, PSG. So what does it mean there? And then also along the lines of, have you not seen Madueke thinks he's the guy that can take Chelsea forward?
Nah, I haven't seen that. I won't be surprised.
Yeah,
man.
I ain't seen that still as well. I ain't seen that still.
Yeah, he's claiming his spot, bro. He's claiming his spot. He thinks he can be the difference. I was thinking
spot with specialist, bro. Allow it. Madueke is meaty.
Chill out, listen,
but yeah, man, what you guys saying anyways, man? It's Premier League's nearly there. It's all about pre-season. Tonight, Liverpool's on watch.
Liverpool's on
Bro,
watch.
you're not on watch tonight as well. Wait, is Arsenal Man United not playing in the AMs?
Technically Sunday.
Sunday. I see Saturday 1 a.m. off. Fair enough.
Let me check Man United fixtures.
Who Liverpool got?
Sunday, yeah.
Who Liverpool play? Who they're playing? Liverpool.
Is it Real Betis?
Oh,
yeah, it's Real Betis. Yeah, they got Real Betis.
Is it a first? No, they had a friendly game the other day, didn't they?
I think it's the second or third. I think,
yeah, second. I think second.
Yeah. I think so.
Liverpool watch, slot watch. That's thing. But I'll be real. I did the other day. I don't know if you man did, but I didn't stay up for no Arsenal Bournemouth.
I did. I watched it, and then I was super.
Worth it.
No, it was all right, bro. I got to see this young baller called Salah. The rest of them are all right. Don't get me wrong, but he was cold. Anyways, I didn't watch the Chelsea game, but I was getting updated by everyone that was actually in the comments and stuff like that. And I was crying, bro. When I saw Wrexham 1, I was like, "You're lying." And then I saw 2-1. I was like, "Wait, they're bringing the game to them." And all I heard is, "Oh, Chilwell, second team, all this bullshit." And then
I don't really care. Listen, I've made my point. I made the point to say preseason. I don't care if you win or lose. I just want to see it.
The Wrexham manager though was giving it to you, man, saying, "Brother, these man
cares, man. They always say it's every season, bro. Every year I'm hearing this billion pound stuff, bro. You know what I mean? It's over my shoulder by now, bro. It's over my shoulder by now, man. When you hear it all the time, it's like getting a bit boring, mate. You know what I mean? We need some new material.
The tension's there though. Levi Colwell fighting Wrexham players 2 minutes in. Like this,
listen, at least he knows he's got pressure on him. You know what I mean? It's time to perform. Pressure builds diamonds, or you just become cold. You get crushed.
You like taking
I know we spoke about yesterday, but last time I checked, Poch beat the same team 5-0.
Well, listen, again, fair enough to Poch. I'll give Poch where credit is due, but I don't really care. I'm here to see Maresca's style of play. He's a bit different to Poch. And I want us to be progressively improving over time. That's what I want to see personally.
How do you think in the second season, Cole Palmer will work in that kind of system where he's maybe not given as much freedom as Poch? Do you think like that might harper his style as a maverick? Like Palmer's a man.
Yeah.
I want to do what I want to do. You get me? But then he's saying, "Look, man, I'm doing Pep. I'm a Pep."
Yeah. Maresca's had a relationship with him before. He was the one that actually put him on the right ring to begin with. So I feel like they can maybe work out a way for Cole Palmer to work. But yes, he's going to be a bit more restricted. Definitely for sure. I agree with that. But then that means other guys have to step up in their positions who didn't. Maybe Jackson needs to be scoring more goals. We've been missing out on Nkunku as well. And whoever's on the left wing, you know what I mean? If they do something for us, that's all. So that's pretty much it for me.
Who's on your left wing?
God knows, man. I don't want to mention those guys in it. I don't want to
mention them. He's actually there, though. He's actually there.
You know what, man? I'll give credit to the young G, Tyreek George. I think he had a pretty good performance. But other than that, it's Mudrik and Sterling in it. So.
Okay.
It's kind of mid, isn't it?
I think mid is you're being a bit too nice with the word mid.
I think Nkunku went out going there though, no? Or Jackson.
Honestly, bro, they're saying I saw today something about Chilwell apparently training.
What?
Take off left wing again.
Wait, hold on. You saw something about your left wing again?
It might be because there was a report this morning from someone that was there that said he might be Chilwell was playing with the wingers again. So, might be back to winger settings for Chilwell. But like,
no. Where's this article? I need to see it.
I'll send it to you, bro. 1 second. Yeah.
Who was it though? Was it like just
no?
A
It's
dodgy
actually
one?
reliable. No. It's actually like he was actually there. He's actually the gentleman's there. He's in the press conferences these days.
There's no way.
No, it's legit. It's
so
legit.
All them players that you've been linked with, you lot decided to forget that left-hand side and focus on.
You know what it is, bro? No, it's no, it is, man. I feel like our club apparently are not willing to pay the wages for Nico Williams. Apparently that's the issue with Nico Williams. They don't want to pay the wages. Like that's pretty much it. They're sticking to player, though. Even after that, Desiree Doué, for example, he rejected us. I'm pretty sure. I think that was like that came out too. And who else?
Sorry, what? That? One more time.
Chill out, man.
Say that one again.
Listen, Desiree Doué rejected us. I'll keep her back.
So that's him and Elise. 2 rejections in 1 window.
Listen,
and Sesko. Was that Sesko count? You counting Sesko?
You know what? I'll give it to you. Now,
that's 3.
Hat trick. All right, fair enough. But listen, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, I honestly believe we need left winger. I've said that multiple times before, and reality is the market's quite restricted. That's all it is.
Are you hearing about? You just said there's apparently a credible. Don't know if you heard.
I sent it to you in a private chat, bro. Already.
Yes.
Let me see.
The reason why they keep on doing that, by the way, the reason why they're doing that is because
in the final training session before the match,
after his ACL injury and then his Achilles injury back to back, he basically lost like his like once he goes forward, he literally cannot come back. Essentially, like, he's almost like Marcos Alonso. Like if you remember when he was at Chelsea, could go all forward, could never really come back. And so maybe their thinking is he can't do that, but he can give you something going forward via crosses. That's the only thing I can think of. That's why I understood when Poch put him there. I actually understood why Poch put him there, but it didn't work out. And I don't know how it's going to work out with Maresca. But
let's move on to the transfer stuff. I'm going to actually start with the Spurs, man. You know, I'm not going to lie. You know, yes, let me put you in the middle. We'll put the 2 Spurs, man, there, yeah. Apparently you lot are in talks with Chiesa. It was only yesterday we was talking about that Ivan Toney's got his heart set on, allegedly anyway, it's Tottenham. Now you're looking at wingers. And it was someone yesterday as well. I can't remember who it was saying, I don't know if it was on another channel maybe. No, it was Ethan. Ethan said, if anything, Spurs are lacking good wingers. And all of a sudden you're linked to this one. You know, you'd be looking at Eze. Chiesa might be a cheap alternative. What are they asking for? 15, 20 million?
I think
on the cheap
25, 30 million euros.
Left wing, right wing. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Chiesa, innit? I think that's would you take a chance in considering his injury record?
I definitely think it's a banging transfer for me. Obviously, I've been a massive fan of Chiesa. Obviously, watching him in the Italian running on the Euro World Cup, Euro 2020 when we beat the England boys, went over to the final. My boy took us to the trophy. Big performances back then, but to be honest, over the last season or 2, he's had quite a few injuries, not really been in the Juventus team having the impact that's been needed. But I don't know, you can look at outside of factors like Allegri and so on to blame for that. He's obviously a very good player. I think when he's at his level, the top level, he's better than a lot of wingers available in world football right now. But there is questions about those injuries, man. The consistency. Is he going to be around and be available for as much as we need him? On that left side, definitely going to improve us. For the fee that's being quoted, you can't really go wrong. But there's questions on that. There's definitely questions for him to be answered because he hasn't achieved that level that he was at. Even when Ronaldo was there at Juve, when he was really young, he was literally Juve's star man. But he's not been at that level for a while. So questions whether he can reach the level that he was at previously. But I have no problems doing business with Juventus. I mean, the players that they've given us so far have all been fairly good. They're all working out for us. So I'll take another boy off their hands and we'll take him to the next level.
So you're not giving up on Eze, yeah?
Pardon? No. I don't think we have. I think what Postecoglou came out today and he said our main targets are still our main targets from when we discussed at the beginning of the window. So I think whoever our main targets are, that hasn't changed. But if opportunities arise up in the window, Chiesa being 25 mil, then Spurs, Levy's going to snap that up because he loves a bargain bucket. You know what I'm saying? A couple wins on the side. But for me, looking at Chiesa, brother, I'm not gonna lie, I used to like his pops, you know what I'm saying? His pops back in the day, him and Zola used to link up at Palmer. So I was really critical as a young G bucked up because I was thinking, right, can he live up to his dad's hype? And for me, when he's at Fiorentina, he definitely did. Looking at last season, bring it into context, he played 25 games or started 25 games, sorry, and actually played 33 games. So it's not too bad. The injuries he's had, from what I'm looking on Transfer Market, they're all different types of injuries. He's had a knee injury. He's had muscle thigh injuries. So it's just, for me, if it was a reoccurring issue, like it was the same injury he's getting hit with, I would be more concerned. That the fact that it's different injuries, I don't mind. I agree with Jordz saying that, you know, maybe in a more expansive system, more front-footed system, he might thrive because he created, I think, 12 chances, big chances, that didn't get converted. So even though he scored 9 goals, that's still better than a Johnson and a Kulu. Kulu, after Son, was the one that scored the most goals for Spurs, other than Son on the wing. So if you got a Chiesa on the right, and then you've got a Son on the left, and then maybe a Tony dropping in, doing what he does, holding up the play. You know, he likes to spray balls around. Pause. It could work, because that was our problem last season. I think the front three, Johnson's, you know, Johnson, BBJ, Johnson, like he's very meaty. Then you've got Kulu just shot shy, and Richarlison was hardly available for last season. You got, if Tony's available, Chiesa's there, then you know it's starting to look a bit better, in my opinion.
I can't lie. I see you getting Eze. I mean, if you get Chiesa, I don't see you getting Eze, because then I'll be
real. Without Chiesa, Tottenham will never get Eze anyways. I'm just being real.
I don't think they like that. One, I don't think they like the price of Eze. Two, Chiesa comes in, you've already got Timo Werner, you've already got Kulu, BJ, Son, Richarlison. It's like, I don't see you getting, and obviously if you're linked with getting a new striker, I don't see how it works if you get a brand new front three all of a sudden, if that makes sense. So I can't see where Eze fits in. I just think this is a cheap alternative for Levy.
No, you could be right, but as I said, I think the number one targets are the number one targets, and I think if an opportunity rises up, then maybe one of those players get moved on. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they did say that one important player may leave Spurs. A shock player might leave Spurs this season. So
Richarlison
goes, a space opens.
Is that really a shock? Is that like a shock player though? Like, because I feel like everyone was expecting for something to leave.
I don't know, man. Some I don't know. It depends who you talk to, because a lot of people in our fan base were saying, like, you know, we need to keep Richie. We haven't got a, like, Son actually came out and said, I'm not a striker. I'm actually not a striker. But I know we've been forced to play him there because of the lack of strikers that we have. So if we do sell Richarlison, then definitely Chiesa's not going to play up front. I don't see Son playing up front if he's saying he's not a 9. So I don't know. Like, and also Eze can play as an 8 in the midfield as well. So we do need that kind of rotation piece, because Maddison's not going to stay fit the whole season, in my opinion. So we do need a rotation piece. The way we play is like most teams. We don't want a player that plays just on one position. We want players that can play multiple roles. So I don't know. It's feasible, it's possible. I don't know. I'm not saying 100%. This is just rumors. We're speculating. We're having a conversation. Would I like to see Chiesa? Me personally, yes. But I wouldn't like to see it in the cost, or at the cost of not having Eze, in my opinion. But
I think they play different positions, and I'd say that, like, I don't think getting Chiesa would impact us or getting other targets like a potential Eze or a Neto, because he's going to play predominantly off the left. For the price that we're looking at, you can tell that he's going to be an option for Spurs, but he's not going to be a player that we go all in for. And I don't think he is one of our number one targets. I reckon he's probably a player that's come up and we realize he's available, and it'd be an opportunity that we're taking in the market, which I think for depth, as well as he improves our first team, but just with his availability, he's probably likely he'll be injured at times. For depth, he's going to be an option. So I generally don't think that if we sign Chiesa, it would impact any of our other transfer movements.
I don't know, man. That sounds like hopium. I can't lie.
It doesn't sound like hopium. I think it's facts. I mean, if you look at the other wingers we're signing at the same time that you've heard about Sony news, we've also signed a young winger, Young Min Hock, that's going to be joining us in January. Obviously,
man said a Young Min Hook too, blood. Allow it, blood. Anyways, look, we just went through your lineup. Yeah, you're 6 basically. If you go get all of these, man, on the left you've got, let's say, Son and Timo Werner. On the right, you've got Kulu and BJ. Up front, yeah, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. And then you got Timo Werner. No, so you got Richarlison, and there's one spot for like a striker. All of a sudden, you go get Chiesa. That's filling up that spot right now. For now, anyways. But then unless you get rid of Richarlison, I don't see.
That's what you're looking at.
Unless you get rid of Richarlison, I don't see where there's gonna be a spot.
But that, obviously, if we're signing this, I think the way that people are looking at it wrong is Spurs fan, the ones that we see. The left side, we only have Timo Werner right now. That's our one left-sided player. In the middle, we have Son. Richarlison's currently available for transfer, but we have to wait to see if the bids are going to come in. And I think that's what we're waiting to see if we can trigger the move for the.
So you reckon
we will not sign another striker unless Richarlison leaves. I don't think Tottenham will sign.
So you reckon you're going to get a brand new front three this window in maybe Neto, Eze,
if Richarlison leaves,
and Tony?
If Richarlison leaves, we could sign three. I mean, we've already signed another winger, so and that's coming in January. So. On top of that, we're definitely signing another 2 forward players. I agree. I think if Richarlison leaves, another striker comes in and another winger comes in.
So you need another left back, maybe another centre back, maybe another central midfielder, which you've been looking at for a minute. And then all of a sudden you're gonna go get 3, 2, or if not 3.
Again, a lot of those positions can be filled with one player. Left back can be filled with a left back / centre back, similar to what Arsenal done with Calafiori. That's the type of players we're looking at because we need someone to deputise in both positions. The central midfield position again is not someone that we need. Like we're not dying for cover in central midfield. We just need quality. We need quality. That's what I mean. We don't need the likes of Gallagher. We don't need cover. If you look at Tottenham's midfield, we have a lot of players and a lot of options in there. Benzcore, Bissouma, Maddison, Sarr, Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall. That's 7 players already, and for the 3 positions in that midfield that we already have, we're not going to sign someone else unless they're a needle mover and take us to the next level. Hence the Eze move. But Eze also deputizes out on the left. So the players that we're looking at are players that can deputize in multiple positions to fill all the gaps that we need. We're not looking for players to just stick into the one position. So I feel like if we go in our transfer window and we sign 3 top players, I'd be more than happy with the window to close and we can go on about our day. We just need 3 good players to come in and improve the start of the squad.
I mean this with all due respect. I genuinely will be shocked if Eze joins Tottenham. I'll be so shocked.
I kind of agree.
I'll be so shocked if he joins Tottenham. I don't. Why? Because first of all, I don't see you paying the price, 68 mil. I mean 60 plus 8 million add-ons. And second of all, I don't think with Eze's quality, I don't think Tottenham have reached that level where Eze has to join Tottenham. I think there's other clubs that Eze could join with a bigger chance of winning. That's my opinion anyway.
I think it depends on the teams that want him though. If you look around, Man City don't want to sign him unless Kevin De Bruyne or another big player leaves. Arsenal aren't really looking at him. They looked at him at the start of the window, but for the fee that you're commanding, they don't really have space for him in the squad to be spending £70 million on a player that's not starting. Chelsea don't want him. Man United don't want him. The only other top club for him to come to is Spurs.
Well, you can wait.
You can wait one more season if you wanted to.
You can wait out. Like, at
the age that he is, obviously you could wait for another year and then possibly sign a new contract. But it's just I think the fee that's kind of deterring a lot of clubs, and I think that's the reason why Spurs are in the running. But yeah, I'm not 100% convinced that we will trigger that fee because we haven't really done it in the past for that lump sum. If it was installments, then I'd say there's more of a chance. But I think that's why a lot of clubs are put off. But yeah, one can dream, innit? One can take a couple of opium pills, and yeah, man, that's where I'm at.
I don't know, man. Maybe at Spurs, I don't know if that's the case when it comes to transfers, but here's what it is, man.
By the way, there's over 400 people in here, so and there's only 8 likes away from 100. So if you ain't done so yet, smash the likes, and also just get the ball rolling that way. What you saying, Monts, man? Chiesa, what do you think? He's overrated? You linked remember he was linked for Liverpool not that long ago.
Yeah, like briefly, but just went quiet again, like all Liverpool. Thanks. I don't know. Like he's a good player. I think it's a similar proposition to Neto in it. When he's good, he's good. When he's injured, and he's more injured than good because he's more injured than fit. So my thing is that even with Chiesa, is he even the same player he was 5 years ago, 4 years ago? Is he the same player?
No, not really. But he's still cold though. I'm not. Well, from what I've seen, anyways, he still looks like he's got something in him.
Yeah. From a Spurs point of view, really from mine. But
When you own Luis Diaz, you shouldn't be, especially after that conversation we had. Especially after that conversation we had with me, you, and Lee the other day.
Hey now.
You're still blaming on certain guys' dads, are we? Or we don't even want to go in that conversation. We had a big
hey now. I was just playing.
I was just playing too.
I was
just playing too. Certain man's dads are in the Anfield toilet sniffing it up. But
listen.
Whoa.
Hey.
Yo, what the hell?
Tell them to, tell their boys to focus on playing good football.
How do we get here?
All right.
I don't even know how we got this.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay. All right. Everyone trying to draw for the and not the actual talents. Okay. Listen, but if you want to go there, my wingers are supremely better than yours. But listen, let's keep it.
What, Luis Diaz? What, 6 goals? Oh,
I said my wingers. I said my wingers.
Cody Gakpo. Oh, what? Wait, Gakpo. Oh no, we're not going to talk about that.
All right, bro. You actually employ Kulusevski and BJ. It's not really a. And you
employ Timo Werner. Just Timo Werner, bro.
Okay, Timo Werner.
Yeah, bro. Like Jordz.
Should we compare the both with Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo? Because I'm pretty sure both of them are more effective. So
you know they employ Mo Salah.
You employ Timo Werner as well.
Mo Salah's having his last year next year.
Yeah, but he said
we all know what's happening with Mo Salah next year.
He said plural wingers.
He's been on the decline for a while now, like, so I don't really know what we want to do.
His decline is still better than any of your wingers.
The amount of goals he scores, okay, but his decline is the exact same as Son, because you said Son had a bad season.
It's not.
No, I said he had a good season.
Did Son not have 18 goals? Oh, what, did Salah score the same? Oh, like, bro, what are we doing here? Tottenham got top wingers too. Like, let's not do this, please.
Top wingers too.
Winger. Maybe top winger you could say, but not top wingers.
I don't know. Bro. Those who watching that eyes saw Son weren't all that last season, and he went up front for a large spell as well. Went up front.
Son was a striker, mate.
It was a striker for most of the team.
Same Cody Gakpo with just 8 goals. Oh, and Luis Diaz with just 6. Oh.
Bro, again.
And who's your other wingers? Wait, name your other wingers. Name your other wingers.
Played 1,000 minutes.
You said plural. Say name the other wingers.
Yeah, but as a whole, of course, my wingers are better than yours. Of course.
Name them as a whole. Who's good? Who's good apart from Salah?
Bro, as a collection, my wingers are better than yours. I don't need to name them. They're better than yours. You employ Timo Werner.
That's it.
And you employ Luis Diaz, who does everything but score goals.
Brennan Johnson is crap.
Diego Jota, he literally lives on the injury bed. He lives in the injury room. Diego Jota lives in the injury room. Brennan Johnson, Brennan Johnson, you're trying to get on to him, the guy that provided more assists than any of your wingers that you're mentioning.
Brennan Johnson's crap.
Yeah, he provides the same amount of assists as the creative Salah. I heard Salah's most creative player in the league, one of them. That's what they call him. Same amount of assists as Brennan Johnson. Same amount of assists as Brennan Johnson. So you can't be that great.
And that's why we have the
that's what I mean. Your players just aren't that effective. They do a whole lot of nothing.
Jordz, again, Jordz. I like how you're picking and choosing because you're one of those guys who prefer the eye test. I know you are, right? So
Salah's eye test isn't good. Salah's eye test isn't good. I think that's something we've had plenty of conversations.
I'm talking about the eye test.
He doesn't pass it.
Look at Salah's creation and look at Brennan Johnson's creation.
I look at Salah and he does not pass the eye test.
If you watch the game, If you watch the game, I wouldn't sit there and tell you that Brennan Johnson and Salah have the same ability when it comes to creating. Would you?
And what I said, you didn't listen. I said Brennan Johnson is just as effective. 10 assists each. Did not get? So all this chance creation that he was doing for Darwin Núñez up top. Blame your striker, not my winger.
That's what I've asked you.
That's a conversation you need to have internally, not about me.
Again, Jordz, what you're doing is you're trying to pick an argument because they have the same amount of assists. You're trying to then say that Brennan Johnson is on the same creative wavelength as Salah. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't. Monts,
the argument's redundant. The argument's redundant.
Was you listening?
I heard. And your argument's redundant, bro.
Well, if he's just as effective, the effectiveness is the amount of the numbers that comes out. And
okay, so guys, just remember now. I do not ever want to hear Jordz talk about eye test ever again. Guys? Can we as a whole? Can we as a whole?
You can't tell me what I can and cannot talk about. I'm going to talk about the eye test.
I just want to say,
we're talking about effect and impact on the pitch right now.
My brother, do you co-sign this?
We're talking about effect and impact on the pitch right now.
I just want to say quickly.
I will say Chiesa changes our attack. That's what I want to say.
No. Do you?
I just said it. What's going on? Huh? What are we doing here, bro? I just said it. Chiesa changes our attack.
Broski, that's not what I asked you. Broski,
again, why are we even? We spoke about Liverpool's wingers the other day with Lee.
Can I just say this quickly?
Your wingers are dead. That's what we clarified the other day, and you agreed. You said we only have Gakpo and potentially Diego Jota, and the rest of them are dead. So stop it. Stop.
I just want to say quickly, there's a bit the best way to solve this argument about Salah and Brennan Johnson. Who created the most big chances? That's all you need to see.
You don't need to know.
And we already know Salah created way more than him. You know what I mean?
And again, that's a conversation that you'll need to have internally because the problem isn't with Brett. At least we have Son who can finish his chances. Darwin Núñez, that's another question. Is he any good? We don't want to go into that conversation, do we? So
again, this is. Bro,
I guess we'll leave it there.
Okay, do you know what it is? This is the level. When I call someone a scrub, that's for Liverpool's level. You are not on the same level as me. So when I cuss my players and I cuss my wingers, they are better than your players. Some of them just aren't good enough for me. There's still a difference.
Well,
you have to explain this. How many times?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Once next season you might actually be on Tottenham's level.
Talking about hindsight, it hasn't happened yet, Cass. It hasn't started yet.
But it hasn't started yet.
They haven't signed any wingers. We haven't signed any wingers. Our wingers are better than theirs.
They're not though.
I'm just saying you're going to be in the same fight next year, though.
We've seen it going through the competition. Your wingers are not good. Monts, your wingers are not good. I don't know what you're not getting. Your wingers are not good.
The planet's flat, bro. This planet is actually flat, bro. The planet's fucking flat.
Wait, Monts, please show me what wingers are better. You keep saying wingers are better. Who is better than who?
It's crazy.
Tell me.
It's crazy. As a collective, Liverpool's wingers are better than Spurs' wingers. The fact that you think Spurs have better wingers than Liverpool, for me, is insanity, bro. It's insanity. You know what? Maybe the Arsenal fans are right. You lot can't get an answer.
That's already clarified. He's better than Gakpo too. So what do you want?
Let's get one thing straight. What's his name? Kulusevski is not better than Gakpo.
He's better than all your wingers too, Cass.
No, wait. I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
You haven't even gone to the conversation, Cass.
No, wait, hold on.
You don't turn up to the party with no.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. No winger to insert in this conversation. You're gonna come bring Anthony.
All right, first and foremost,
tell us about Anthony or Diallo or Garnacho, please.
First and foremost. I'm the host, so I can but anyhow I need to into the conversation. 2, don't try to deflect your wrongs onto me when we're in the same competition. So regardless of what happened, we're in the same competition, by the way. So it don't matter what happened, however you want to label it, we're still in the same shit, which you're not going to win.
Oh, what? The chat agree with me? Kulu over Diaz and Gakpo?
3, I can't lie. I'm taking Ahmad over all your wingers. And 4,
what, the Ahmad guy that you've seen about 200 minutes of in the Premier League?
Trust me, this is what I mean. You only need to see a handful of games to know that Ahmad is better than all your wingers. And second, and lastly, I just made an input that Gakpo and Diaz is better than Kulusevski because, bro, last time I checked that you called Decky, a lot of you man was getting onto him, innit? I'm just saying.
Again, you can do this a lot of man. A lot of man are onto Gakpo. They call him Gakpo. Diaz, we was on stream just 2 days ago and Monts said he don't want Diaz. He said Diaz is cheap.
I'm not being funny, but Juventus already pulled one blind one over you with Kulusevski. He had that half one good year, whatever it was, and then after he just turned into the Juve Kulusevski.
He scored more goals than both your wingers.
And guess what? We're still in the same competition, so it amounted to nothing.
But it didn't though. But
we
finished above you. He performed better than your wingers. The competition that we're in has no relevance to this conversation.
All right, Jordz, I'm not being funny. There's a good reason why Ash is being silent right now. Because 1, all them goals that you want to claim and being above.
I'm talking for myself. I'm not speaking for Spurs.
I'm just saying, but usually,
I don't need to put Ash into this conversation.
Usually, fans who support the same club would gang up on people. That's how it works.
No, not necessarily, because the same way.
I'm just saying, George, all them goals and everything that you was proud of last year, it amounted to 0 trophies and the same competition as a one that got a trophy and is in the same competition. So on that note,
what does that have to do with our wingers?
I'm just saying, even though you finished above, that's not a trophy, G. Get your mentality right. But anyways,
what does that mean?
Move on. It means
you're better than that, Cass, man. Stop these dead trophy arguments. You're better than that. Come with an actual argument about the player. You want to come here and say about a player. Talk about players, how much better they are through the actual. You said eye test. Watch with your eyes. Don't come and tell me about stupid trophies.
I watched.
Okay, so we won a trophy, so we're better. No, you're not. Your wingers are dead.
One sec.
Sancho, Rashford, Anthony. Who?
All right, let's go through the. Let me go. I can go through the panel. Sancho and them, man. They're taking them, man, over your man. Dead. Trust me. Believe me. Even a Wash Rashford, they're still taking over you, man. Anyway, look. The whole point is, I made a statement about Liverpool wingers versus your wingers. You got very touchy, and you didn't like it, and you said come with an argument. I don't. By the way, I don't. Monts, do I like Gakpo? Do I rate Gakpo?
No.
Did I make up the name Gakpo for him?
Yeah, you did.
Exactly. And then when I look at Kulusevski, he does what everything I hate about wingers: get the ball and pass backwards or sideways. It's not, bro. And I just had that.
But that was the same. So wait, Cass, this is why you're a hypocrite.
Yo,
I catch you out every single time because we was on stream the other day with Daps, and when I told you about that, I said, "Oh, Grealish was shit for doing that."
Don't compare Grealish.
Grealish had a great season because he won the treble, but that's all he does. He gives the ball, turn around, and pass back.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
The difference to your argument, Cass.
You know what? You want to spin the narrative anyway. He employs
Timo Werner, Cassie. He employs Timo Werner.
Grealish actually draws about 2 man in and he gets fouled up all the gaff and does.
You know what's funny? In fact, how about this? I'd make an argument to say you might have the worst wingers on this panel last season because Elise and whoever played out on the other side.
Facts or stats. Palace have better opinion.
Jordan Ayew is better than Timo Werner.
I'm deep in it. Elise was on the right. Eze was sitting on the left, and Mateta was up top. So
yeah, Monts, come with some evidence because at the moment you're just saying things.
All right, bro, we got evidence.
Bro, your front three at one point was Richarlison, Timo Werner. And
Richarlison has more goals than Darwin Núñez. Stop it, bro.
Don't forget they employ. Don't forget they employ a Zionist as well. So mad thing.
Bro. I don't even need to go into that. I'm just saying.
I can because you know what we call Zinchenko a political merchant. That guy's also a political merchant. Get rid of him.
Like the fact that man can think his wingers even compared to mine is like apart from one player, apart from Son, who I'll give his dues to Son, but even he's been a dying light for a minute now.
So has Salah.
No.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Right,
Son has been a dying light, but still managed 18 Premier League goals last year. Crazy, but Salah done that and he had a good year. Come on now.
Salah was out for nearly half the season.
Was Salah not gone? Was Son not gone too? Was Son not gone too? What?
Son got 35 appearances.
What are you on about? Was Son not gone too? Check his minutes. Was Son not gone too? Did he not go for a month? Did he not go for a month? Did he not disappear to the Asia Cup? Stop it, man. Stop it. 18 goals.
Give it
18
a rest.
Goals.
Give it a rest. 35 appearances. Give
18 goals.
Give it a rest, man.
18 goals.
Give it a rest, man. Honestly.
Give it a rest talking about these meaty wingers. That's why you're going to go sign Kubo, bro.
A man said,
you're going to go join the list of meaty wingers. Allow it.
Meaty wingers for me.
I'll curiosity.
You're not on a level above us, Monts. What do you not get? On a slot. You've got a new manager. You signed no players.
You're one of those ones. You're one of them as well.
He's finished higher next season. Wait.
And Monts, if you're gonna sit here and lie, you can't remember the chat's watching. This chat just said Salah had 32 appearances last year. So what's the difference? What are you doing here? You're just embarrassing yourself.
By the way,
no, 32 or 35. What?
Again, Jordz, that's fine.
You're stuttering now. Come on now,
Jordz, that's fine. Jordz, that's fine. My point is that you somehow think you're on the same level as me. Since
you think you're on a level above and you're not. That's the thing that you forget. You think you're on a level above and you're not.
Just like the Chelsea contingent, you seem to think you're on my level as well. Genuinely, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where the confidence comes from. How about this? If he goes and finishes sixth next season, I'm gonna expect him to say the same shit. That's what it is. That's what it is now. Genuinely, I don't get it now. I don't get it. Where do you guys get this confidence from? Where does it stem from? Where's the origin? Where does
your confidence come from? Where's your confidence come from this season? Please tell me. Where's it come from this season?
What do you mean?
Where's your confidence come from this season?
What do you mean?
Jurgen Klopp's not there. Jurgen Klopp's not there. When you guys need the halftime talks, you talk about mentality monsters. It's not a thing no more. It's not a thing. Stop it. You've got Arne Slot, bro. You've got a Slot there. There's no Klopp. The time has changed. Remember your level. You're no longer the Liverpool 5 years ago, you know. You won the league 5 years ago. It's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time. You're not that Liverpool no more. As you said, Salah is on his way out after next year. VVD is on his way out. Trent is on his way out. Liverpool are not the same club you once was. Know your level.
All right. Big up Gummy Bear. He says, payday. Is that y'all? Or you all paid? Eat sushi and you'll be alive. What's HA2? Is that Huck 2? What?
You said that, not me.
I don't know, bro.
He said that, not me.
I got the whole hat for it. I don't give a shit. Spurs fan logic, big up He says Liverpool wingers score more, but Spurs have better wingers. Arsenal concede less than Spurs, but Spurs have better centre backs.
That's just a lot of rubbish because if you actually look
Are you going to above each other though next year? Spurs or Liverpool?
Yeah, that's a good question, man.
Just,
He's challenging for the title next year. So tell us what is a good question?
What are
you doing then? What are you doing next year? What are you doing? Answer the question.
Bro, I don't know if the golden do-rag's giving you.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
What the golden do-rags are doing.
Why are you running? You're deflecting. Answer the question.
This newfound confidence.
He asked you a question, man.
Fucking at this point, Romero's probably better than Virgil van Dijk or some shit.
He asked you a question. Answer it,
bro. I never said we're not competing for the title next season. We're not.
So what are you doing? What are you doing then? What are you doing then?
Top 4 is the minimum requirement. I think Liverpool finished third. That is where I think we finished.
So how are you on the level above me, Chelsea, Man City, Man United? Sorry, how are you above everyone else? If you're top 4, you're competing for top 4 along with us. Know your level. You're not competing for the title, bro. You're no level above no one.
You realize two things can be true, right? As in, you realize if you're 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, that's not the same as third. They can be at their selection.
And you know what? There can be about 5 points.
What do you mean all be around the same level? We finished third last season. Was to be the same level as you. No, it was 16 points clear.
Okay, that's not going to happen this season, though, are you? You said yourself, fourth is the minimum because you know you're not going to be challenging clear ahead of us. What are you on about?
Again, we finished 16 points ahead of you, bro. 16 points ahead of you. Again, you have signed Archie.
So you're going to do that again this year?
And you think there's a crazy improvement.
So you're going to do that again this year?
Bro.
So you're going to do that again this year, man?
You man need to have some self-awareness. Just because I think I'm finishing top 4 comfortably, that doesn't mean you're in there. That doesn't mean you're in there. That doesn't mean you're in there. And it doesn't mean Chelsea are in there. It doesn't mean there's one place to fight for between you, man. I believe I'm getting top 4 comfortably. I want to see what happens outside of that. With a new manager, that's cool. That doesn't mean Spurs or something. That don't mean Spurs or something. Because you're not. You're nothing. You're nothing as usual.
I think we're fine now, bro.
Absolutely nothing, bro. Never ever compare my wingers to yours ever.
Your wingers are
my wingers win shit. They win shit. They score more goals and they win shit.
They don't score more goals. Who scores more goals?
Wait,
who scores more goals? Don't copy what the chat says and make sure you do your research. Scores more goals where? Kulusevski had the same amount of goals as Gakpo and Diaz last year.
Anyways, I wrap it up now. I think it's been like 20 minutes.
With fake stats, Monts, man. You're better than that, bro.
Thank you.
I need to quickly say, I actually need to head off, but this has been a pleasure, man. I've enjoyed, just taking it all in. But
what are you saying? You got better wingers than Spurs? Ismail Assar.
Ismail Assar. Jordan Ayew. I mean, he's in the conversation. Jordan Ayew.
What?
You know
Ayew? I don't even
man. Yo.
He's trolling, man.
Next week Friday, we're talking about Jordan Ayew versus Kulusevski. I had to head up anyways. I love you.
Yeah, go on.
Cool.
But anyways, man, that was a nice. Thanks for the receipts, guys. Monts versus Jordz. I can see already. Thank you very much. A lot to create since yeah. Anyways, moving on.
It's been cooked for days, man. It's got dark, man. First Lee, now me. There's Don as well.
Bro, Ches, that was a recent one still. But yeah, man, make sure you smash the like button. Again, look, we're on 166 likes with 600 man in the building on a Friday. So if you're not doing so yet, make sure you do so. And subscribe if you're new as well. We're like 50 off of 24K. So not that far off there. But yeah, next move, Arsenal are actually going to bid for Merino in the next few days. So Monday, we might get something else to talk about. But we've been talking about Merino. Yesterday, we were talking about Fabian Ruiz as well. So obviously potential part. Bro, Arsenal get this guy. Where do you think this kind of puts them in squad-wise? Because I think if they got Merino or Fabian Ruiz or even both, then, you know, they pretty much got the squad to really go and take what they need, innit? Don't you think, Ash, as a rival?
I think in terms of like possession, what they needed from a rotation piece for Rice, because I think Rice obviously had played towards the latter of the season as an 8, getting in those forward positions, scoring goals, whatnot. But I think when he played further back, as we saw for England as well, I felt his build-up play was lacking. I think Arsenal needed to improve in that transitional area. So if they get, I think Ruiz for me would be a better signing than Merino. I do like Merino because he's quite physical. He's got a good agility, good passing's all right. Not elite level passing, but it's still like he's technical, isn't it? He's Spanish, so it works. But I've just felt when I was watching Ruiz for Spain, I was like, wow, how did I miss this brother? Because for me, he's just the next level. And I think he's the type of player that could change Arsenal in terms of how they dominate teams. But I still think they need a different option up front. I think that's where they will become more scary. I still think, like, yeah, it's all well good having Havertz. And I feel like Arteta's trying to keep him happy. That's why they're not really going all out for a striker. I know they want wingers because, you know, Saka, there's no rotation for him. Certain times you see my man limping and they just want to keep him on. You know what I'm saying? Martinelli didn't have a great season. But yeah, no, if I'm being real, if they get Merino, it is an improvement. And will it be enough to disrupt Man City? I don't know if he's going to be a floor raiser, like a needle mover like that, in my opinion. But yeah, it's an improvement.
No, it is, yeah. Merino is the keyword I use, just depth in it. You know, he adds obviously quality in terms of, like, you know, the guys he can get off the bench to replace players to do like an actual job with. That's what I think Merino actually brings to the team, in my personal opinion. But I think for me though, if they bring in Fabian Ruiz, that's a much better, I think, thing, because I think he actually will actually help Rice in the sense of he can do his defensive job and, like, you know, bring the ball forward and everything like that. And then Ruiz can be the guy that actually takes the play from the back, to be honest.
I reckon, you know what, as much as I like, because we was having this debate about it with Monts yesterday about Declan Rice he thinks he's more of a 6, I think he's more of an 8. But I can see in a world where they put Merino in the DM position cover more than they do Rice. You know, when Jorginho gets tired, they swap Merino there. Merino can play there. Like, he can dictate.
But I think Merino,
maybe not to a crazy degree, but maybe he is.
Merino is much better. I think Merino though is much better as a 8. We don't want to play. You know, if you're
yeah. Of course,
playing for his best position. I always say.
Yeah, I wouldn't say defensive attributes is his best market, but I would say along the lines of maybe driving a little bit further forward and creating a little something or two and crashing a box a little bit here and there is probably his best suited position. Maybe lies in the 8, but we've seen, like, you know, Arteta, man, he likes to experiment. You know, Merino might not be able to hack the physicality of what the Prem wants in terms of, yeah, you know, you got Papa Sarrs of the world, the box-to-box midfielders of the world, etc., etc. I don't know if he's got that engine personally. Sociedad likes to play with the ball. You know, I don't think they play greatly off the ball. I'll be so real. I don't think that's their best kind of way of playing. So when I look at him, I think you need to be on the front.
To be honest, bro, you know, again, it's Arsenal. Arsenal gonna have the vast majority of position, like 99.9% of the games. So
yeah, because that's why he would suit it. But I still think Declan Rice is definitely more suited to winning the ball higher up the pitch. But Monts thinks he could be better as a 6. Align Monts?
Yeah, I just think he's more of a 6 than an 8. I think he's a 6 that can play 8. That's usually been the thing, genuinely, because I think he doesn't offer enough going forward to be an 8. But I understand his first phase sometimes lacks to be a 6 or like a deep line playmaker or anything like that.
6.
He's more so a destroyer, I'd say. Just gets the ball.
Yeah. But a destroyer is
a 6, and I agree with you. That's how I was making.
But the thing is, in Arsenal, with Arsenal's, like, for Arsenal themselves, I feel like Mikel Arteta, he hides players' deficiencies very well. The top managers can do that. And in that sense, that's why Rice still works in the six for Arsenal. Because that first phase that was exposed under Southgate, that's not a thing at Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The build-up comes from multiple places. Doesn't always come through Declan Rice. And when it does, he's still able to move the ball quick enough for Arsenal's build-up. So I feel like it's just whoever complements Rice better will bring the stability for Arsenal's midfield. I think Odegaard will always be Odegaard in that quality. And I think Ruiz would be a brilliant option going forward. And I think Merino would offer maybe more of a balance for Rice. But why not get both, man?
I reckon Merino. I still reckon he deploys him in a six, in it, because Jorginho is not great at defending. So I don't think the defensive attributes are needed. I just need someone that can play the ball forward, and then someone's a little bit more physical, obviously, than Jorginho. Jorginho is wicked at dictating play, in it. That's the difference. Under pressure, Merino. I'm not being funny. I don't think he really has an issue being under pressure. Them Spanish man it's just long to get the ball off of. I'm gonna be real. So I'm looking at it along them lines of. I reckon he comes in as the guy who can cover 6, but also can do a job in the 8, or is actually an 8 that can do a job in a 6. Either way, I don't think it really matters. However you want to label it.
Are they there to replace Jorginho, like in terms of?
But Jorginho's 33 years old.
He's got 1 year. I think he's got 1 year left on his deal. He's got 1 year left on his deal.
I've seen the games where Declan Rice goes into the 6, and I've seen Jorginho go further forward. So it's not going to be known. I reckon they'll just end up swapping over time to time, depending on the type of match it is. But I don't know. The better question is then, does Merino come in and become a starter? Or is he literally, as what Armour was saying, just depth?
I think possibly, because if Jorginho, I don't know what's the situation with Partey. I don't follow Arsenal news up to date.
We don't know how fit he's going to be in it, and it looks like he's going to stay and see out the remainder of his deal.
Right. Okay. So that's for me. That was if Partey is no longer in their plans in terms of starting, then he comes in straight away, and then I think Partey is just a rotational piece. But again, when it comes to passing, I don't think he's got the same level as a Partey or a Xhaka. So again, does he move the needle? I'm not too sure. That's my question. In terms of like them trying to dominate the midfield and create real chances and create different attacking opportunities for Havertz or Saka or whoever plays on the left. So for me, I think they should be focusing on the wing more so, and maybe having a striker that can come on and change the game and be a different option to Havertz. Do you know what I mean? Rather than relying on Havertz to be there. Well, they don't rely on Havertz. They get goals from all over the pitch, don't they? But I'm just saying there were certain times when I thought, all right, cool, West Ham, they needed to win that game. Fulham, they need to get back in the game. Maybe they bring a different attacker on to change it. I know they got Trossard out on the left and he provides a different option. But again, you just need someone else if you're going to take it to City, because City are hard to... You got to win those games. Those little, it's not against the big games, or even when they played City, to be fair. When they played City, they did a slow block thing. Like, they can't be doing that this season. They need to be taking it to City. They can't be saying, oh, we're going to show them respect and low block them. And nah, this time they need to be taking it to City and trying to pull their pants down and try and get the league off of them.
Maybe. What you saying, Jordz, man? Does this transfer move you as a rival fan?
Merino. I can't even lie. I don't really know too much about him. As far as I'm aware, he seems like a decent player. He's going to be better than what they've currently got as options in that 8 position. Like people have been saying, he's a floor raiser, not really raising the level of the squad, but he's going to raise the level of the people that are in the depth. But yeah, I really don't know too much about him. I ain't watched him too tough, so I can't really say too much about him.
Hey, didn't he used to play for Newcastle? Did he?
Yeah. But that was a time ago, bro.
Long time ago.
And the thing is, you're going to see people judge him based off his time at Newcastle, but wasn't that Newcastle very, very washed at that point?
And it feels like 3 or 4 years ago, you can take it that he's probably a younger player at that time. So he's probably improved quite a bit from your experience.
Yeah,
I wasn't even saying it as like a right.
He was at Newcastle.
I just remembered, I thought, right, I swear he's got Premier League experience, which might help.
Yeah, but he was at Newcastle, yeah. He left in 2018, 6 years ago.
That's a long time, man.
That's a long time.
What? when Newcastle were absolutely washed. There's nothing good. Were they actually? Wait.
I think they just got promoted in 2018. Didn't they just get promoted back to the Prem around that time?
Probably, yeah.
Man, was playing with John Joe Shelby, fam.
Hey, he was up front for that.
You know about them pings, bro.
Hey,
Paul
that's when he got up as well. Was it Carroll, Tom, not Tom Carroll,
Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll.
Yeah,
small star man, you know.
Whoa.
Once upon a time record signing, but you know.
Whoa.
I think certain teams going back to that level if they don't, you know, look in the mirror. Remind
Jordan, there was a reason why the man them didn't back what you were saying, and it's your own Spurs man didn't back you, by the way. There's a reason why.
Because me and Ash have different opinions. There's nothing wrong with that, just like you and Roms do. So
apparently
it's normal.
Listen, if you think you're on the same level as Liverpool, listen, man, keep drinking that Kool-Aid, my boy.
No, I was asking you what level you was on, and you didn't really clarify. You seem to run away from that question. You said you're below the title challenge, but apparently you're above the rest.
Listen, I made it clear. You're not on my, I made it clear. You're not the argument between me and you. I'm not.
We're not your level, but you're challenging for top 4, just like us. We're the same level. We'll see anyway.
All right, you're not my level. I'll tell you that.
Apparently, United are advanced in advanced negotiations or something with Mazraoui, hijacking the deal off of West Ham because they couldn't reach a deal. I got bantered by that yesterday, by the way. Just letting you lot know that. We're going to talk about Garte because you know Garte, they're going to back sign João Neves, meaning they're going to probably get that funded. They need to get rid of a midfielder at some point. But they don't just get bantered by Casey and Monts and that on Big Six Bench yesterday because apparently West Ham were apparently taking Mazraoui off our hands.
No, it was Delict, bro. It was
Delict. No. Sorry, no. Not give me the lie and all that bullshit. I remember specifically on stream when you mentioned Mazraoui, I got bantered for it.
What? So what's going on?
No, apparently Man United's in advanced negotiations to sign Mazraoui. That's what it says here.
What source?
Play it go. Sky Germany.
Florian Plettenberg.
Interesting. I mean,
it looks like the whole Dumfries shit. Thank fuck for that. But my only issue is I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my God, guess what?
Anthony used to play together, you know. So
oh my God, he's going to unlock Anthony. Oh my God, he's going to unlock
saying,
Anthony.
Bro, can we not have that talking point? Is that not a valid talking point?
No, you know what it is for me, yeah? It's not Mazraoui's ability, because I think Mazraoui is always been quite good, yeah? And he can play left back as well, so he kind of solves 2 solutions if need be. My issue is his injury record is a mad thing.
But isn't Deleuze going to start for you there, bro? But Deleuze going to be starting for you.
I know that. As backup, it's great. But what was Man United's issue last year, right? Even the backup was injured. Molasses injured. Shaw is a starter, but he always gets injured. Delo picks up an injury here and there per season because he gets overplayed. And then before you know it, you're left with nothing. And then all of a sudden, you're going to bring in another guy that's a fullback. Don't get me wrong. We're not really in any sort of position to want to be forking out mad money. They want something as small as 10 to 15 million for the guy. I mean, I don't know if is it worth a punt? Probably. Am I impressed? Probably because we've got no choice in this market. But Mazraoui, another Ajax player, bro.
Ex-Ten Hag player too.
Ex-Ten Hag. It's all looking a little bit fishy.
He said, right, changed the United from red to orange. It's mad. It's crazy.
Bro, no, it's mad. It is mad.
I saw you linked with Dumfries as well at one point.
Yeah, yesterday, but I don't.
I link with that guy every season, bro. Every season,
I beg you, keep the thing running. One sec, go on. Monts, Mazraoui, Agati. Talk about Madueke. One sec.
Agati, Agati, I don't know. Like you see, Agati, he's like a heat seeker missile in terms of when he's trying to defend. But let the ball go over his head. Let him do recovery runs and try and defend. I don't think he's the same guy. I don't think he's got the same level of interest of defending. That's the only problem with United. When United get counter-attacked or fast transitions, can Agati be that DM? Is he positionally strict? Is he That's my only thing with
I actually think that
Fofana in it. I think I prefer Fofana in
all day. The physicality.
I actually think the physicality is a big thing. You know, in League he was getting bullied every time he was playing, bro. They were bullying him off the ball, and you know, I mean, in terms of when he was actually playing. So, Not
I just
Fofana,
think,
Ugarte,
Oh,
literally.
okay,
They were actually
cool.
bullying him off the ball. And like PSG had
Yeah.
to stop actually playing him. So that was one of the reasons why they stopped playing him as a star.
That's what I'm saying, because they want to
Yeah.
play Ugarte as a 6. I think he's better as an 8. And an 8 that, you know, presses high, gets the ball, wins the ball back high up the pitch. Do you know what I mean? And then he's actually not bad as a footballer, because everyone's like, oh, he can't kick ball, he's not technical enough. I think technically he's sound, but like in terms of like maybe passing out from the back, he's a 6, a modern day 6. He ain't really got that level where he can take the ball off the fullback, pass it, distribute. He hasn't got that
I don't think they
playmaking.
need that though, Ash. You know, with Kobe.
No, they don't. But I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, as a weakness, I just think when United lose the ball, is he going to be able to help the young G, bro? In what's the midfielder called?
Kobe
Manu. Yeah, Kobe Manu. Because I think Manu needs someone that's disciplined as a 6 next to him. Do you know what I mean? Unless I don't know. I don't think he's going to be the man to be positionally aware. Oh, what if Manu loses the ball? Where should I be? Do you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you need that football IQ upstairs and that worst case scenario as a defensive player. Do you know what I mean? What happens if Manu pushes up? Where should I be? How can I help my fullbacks or my centre backs out? Will he cover the fullback if the fullback pushes up in a certain position? I'm not too sure about Ugarte, but like I said, he's aggressive, he's tenacious, he wins the ball high back up, and that's why I deploy him further up as almost like an 8, almost like a Rice. You know, Rice is sometimes when you play Rice as an 8, he wins the ball high up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like that type of position.
Fair enough.
Not really. Well said.
No, I could be wrong though, but
No, I don't know. I need a guy to hurry up though. I'm not gonna lie, but 60 million. If Man United paid it what they want, that's bad, bro. I don't see it happening personally, but a guy I think changes a little bit of what Man United need, because legs, do you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. It's pretty much a lack of what you could see. Like tenacity, there was a lack of tenacity in Man United's midfield. Got bullied by anyone that had any remote athleticism. I don't think a guy, for me, anyways. Bro, stop texting me, man. The fuck. Anyway, sorry, my bad. My thoughts came out by mistake. Anyway.
You know what man I'm saying? Because I can't lie, the chat's saying Ugarte is just, you know, a flavoursome Conor Gallagher, but that wasn't me. I'm just saying that's what they're calling.
Man said a flavoursome Conor Gallagher. You know, that's crazy. Who said that? Work. That's nasty. That is nasty. No, but I think it's a good sign. I think it'll be a good signing only if you go get another midfield signing that's actually decent. That's it.
You need to.
Do you know what I mean? If you get 2 midfielders, you get a guy. And let's just say
you need to get rid of players though, because you've got like just similar to us. You've got hella midfielders right now that are employed. You got like
we don't know the situations on.
All of these players are supposed to be leaving, but there's no actual big news.
Yeah, that's the one. Lindelof needs to leave. There needs to be a bid for him. Scott McTominay waiting on that second bid from Fulham, which probably gets accepted by Man United in the end. I reckon. I reckon it's just whatever.
What's up with Maguire? Is he getting moved on or not? Like, what's up with him?
No, apparently he's being asked him to leave as of yet. But I reckon he's going to go down as the 4th choice centre back and he can leave on a free next season. That's the way I look at it. Or he leaves in January. I think because he's got nothing else going on really, innit? So that's what I'm looking at anyways. But it'll be interesting. I need to see Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, and hopefully Casemiro all dip. And then you know what? It's not that bad if you can get all 4 of them shifted. If you can. The issue is this is Glazer regime for you, man. They're all on Wan-Bissaka and McTominay, not even crazy wages. It's the Maguires of the world and yada yada yada.
It's gonna be harder to move Maguire.
Yeah. Aya says even YouTubers servers are crashing out when Spurs were putting up chest against Liverpool.
Can't lie, we've had good connection. I ain't seen that in cars.
It was right on our side. It's YouTube, isn't it? It's just YouTube sometimes. The connection between StreamYard and that. Monts must be well done by now, getting cooked. You been getting cooked once?
Don't know.
I think Monts been a boiling pot for a couple of days, but
man said a guy is a chili con carne Gallagher, bro.
That's nasty work, that.
Yeah. But anyway, look, we're gonna end it there. Later on, we're gonna be talking about Liverpool and Gordon. I don't think it's settled in Newcastle as of yet, by the looks of it from David Lynch. Musiala is going to be a target of Manchester City.
Cass, sorry, did you just say Liverpool and Gordon? Wait, so they're looking for more wingers because their wingers aren't good. Oh.
Got you there. But yeah,
thank you, boys.
You already know this, man. The fact that this man thinks he's got the same level wingers as me is insanity. So
we was gonna talk on Madueke, but you know what? There's I've got limited time as of now, man. But we'll talk. Look,
let's move on from that one. Yeah,
it's got messages to respond to, man.
Bro, my head's hot. My head's hot right now, bro. Anyways, go over the Troops TV. Monts is gonna be over there, probably talking some shit. Clip it. But yeah, go over to Troops TV and just say Nafraid and all that kind of stuff in a bit, man.